No? We're going to train? Is this all happy noises?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
happy.
he's happy.
He's happy. This is happy. There is excitement.
Yeah. So he claps when he's
flaps.
excited.
Yeah, it's very...
Does he have any words that he says?
Yeah.
But so I've heard him say bubbles after me imitating, and he says I've heard him say the colours. Are there words like and he said juice, but it doesn't. If he sees juice, will he say it or will he just reach for it?
No, he just fetches. He doesn't. That's the other thing. He doesn't want to. He can say them, but he doesn't say them when he identifies
when he
them.
needs
When
to.
he needs to. Yeah.
Sure.
Which is what's concerning us as well.
So he'll kind of just say the word. Do you think he knows? So he knows that that's juice. So you think he knows the meaning of the word?
Yes.
He just doesn't say it.
He doesn't say when he
should.
should. Yes.
Yes, sure.
He knows this is.
I mean,
a spoon.
He says blue car. He said to me blue car, and then he picked up this one and said green car.
Yeah.
But he didn't say them to me.
Yeah.
He just said them.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not interacting.
No.
There is no attachment. He sees you as just like the car. He sees me as a. He doesn't interact me. He hasn't even said daddy or mommy to me. I mean to his mom. So.
Does he say? Is there anything or anyone, any person, a pet or anyone that he is very connected to in terms of like, does he have a comfort toy that he won't leave the house with or anything like that?
No, any toy.
Any doesn't matter.
Any toy. I mean, if he's excited about this car, when we go out, he'll just take the car and he's excited about it.
So there's not, when he watches TV and shows and stuff, is there a particular show he likes to watch all the time?
He likes specific YouTube videos.
Okay.
I mean,
repetitively?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can watch that. You can watch that all day, really.
Okay. And the same video repetitively? Or the same couple of videos?
Yeah, there's a bunch that he likes. He's got trouble jumping to other what do you call them? Other shows.
Yeah, he doesn't like.
But he can learn. He can learn eventually. Once it gets into his bunch of movies, then he likes it and he watches over and over as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Have you had your concerns investigated any further? So I know you've come to me. And who suggested you came? Did you guys decide?
We went to the pediatrician there in Hornsby.
Who was it? Dr. Wilkinson?
Yeah, but she wasn't there. The other lady was there. So they did an initial assessment and they were not really sure. They want him to come back.
Yeah.
So we have got an appointment on the 19th of December.
Okay, is that with Dr. Wilkinson?
With both of them. They said they're gonna be there. So. All
right. So we are getting this, and so they'll obviously want us what we think as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. He is delayed. I have to have a little bit more look into his receptive language, which I'll do in a minute. I guess what I'm kind of looking into this, your comments around him being in his own world and, knowing the words but not using them, and those things around how he's saying these words but not necessarily to you. Is this happy or sad?
I missed that. Yeah, that was a little excitement there.
Excitement, good.
He's happy.
So he hasn't yet learned the importance of interacting with someone. He knows that he's supposed to make noise and he's able to save the noise, and he knows that he's, he kind of goes about his life in the way that he wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he hasn't yet learned the power and the importance of interaction with people.
Yeah, but
how do you teach him that? Really good question. So there's a couple of options. What I'm going to suggest, and from my perspective, is we have a therapy program called It Takes Two to Talk.
Yeah.
And it's actually a parent training program.
Oh.
So what we do is, and it won't run till next year now because
It's
this
finished
density,
end of the year.
But it's okay. He's still eligible. Now, a lot of things will rest on what Dr. Wilkinson thinks in the end of December. So once we've got that doctor's assessment to work out whether there's anything else going on and any other reason as to why he sort of hasn't learnt those communication skills yet, that might change our plan. But at the moment, I can put him on the waiting list for It Takes Two to Talk. What it is it's run by a company or a group called Hannon. They're in Canada. And what they've done is because you as parents are with him 24/7, we train you to do what we would do here in the clinic. Because obviously if you do it 24/7 and we only do it half an hour a week, you're going to get much better outcomes. Okay? So we talk to you and we teach you about interaction skills, and we talk to you about how to engage him and how to try and get him to initiate communication, and we talk to you about how to support his language development in play and all that sort of stuff. So it will be running in term 1 next year, and he can go on the waiting list for that. It's so that you know, we run it during the day and at night, but we don't necessarily run both options. It depends on need. So we run 3 groups a term. We run one of It Takes Two, one of another program called Target Word, which is for different children, and then we have an overflow group. So whichever group needs us to run the second lot to get the kids through. So I can't guarantee that it'll be day and night time, but we do have a nighttime option and we do have a daytime option usually, depending on need. It's 6 sessions of 2.5 hours with the parents, and then there are 4 sessions where you come one-on-one with us as well. So there's 10 visits in total, 4 with the children and 6 with you or your wife. So you can both come or just one of you can come, it depends. But whoever comes to the parents for training sessions is the one that needs to bring.
Hey,
You're being very noisy. That's very loud. You just stop, good boy. Whoever comes to the parent sessions in the evening is the one that needs to bring Tida to the individual sessions as well.
Yeah, I think my wife will be available. She won't be going to work.
That's fine. So if it's your wife, because it means then, because what we do in those sessions one-on-one is we kind of troubleshoot anything you're having trouble with, but then we also video you interacting with him and give you pointers, because the videos, it's for you to practice the strategies we teach you, and then we video you doing them so that we can help you improve and perhaps change a few things to get better outcomes for him. So that's what I'm going to suggest from my point of view. But in terms of where he's up to, what we look for in children is, before they start talking, is what we call pre-verbal skills. So the pre-verbal skills are things like eye contact, turn taking. So, you know, can he take turns with me in a conversation? So the bubble thing that I was doing, he did make eye contact with me a little bit. But mostly, the reason I was moving the wands around is he was mostly looking at the wand and not at me. So what I would expect a child of his age to do is to look at the wand and then look at me to say, I want you to blow the bubbles again. But he kind of looked at the wand, waiting for the bubbles to come out without making the connection that it was me that was doing it. He did, however, do a couple of things, like when I said ready, set, go, he imitated the information of what I said. And he did say bubbles after me. So he did say bubbles. No. He did say bubbles after me. He just looked at me then when I said no. So his eye contact is what we call fleeting. Whereas I would expect him to look at me and smile, or do that sort of thing, or come back to me and say more bubbles. He wasn't really making the connection between, as you say, so I was just something that made the bubbles happen. I wasn't a person that needed to be told to blow the bubbles. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what we're looking at with the eye contact and that communication without words. It's also what we talk about with joint attention. So we're both paying attention to the bubbles. He did it a little bit, but not as much as I would expect for a child of 3. By 3 years, the child should have 1,000 words, and they should be using a range of words. So they should have a range of nouns, verbs, so action words, and they should understand things like in, on, and under. I'm going to have a look at that in more detail in a sec. But pre-verbal, so eye contact, joint attention, turn taking back and forth, and help me out here, guys. I can't think of any more off the top of my head. Have I missed any of the big ones? I haven't, have I? No. So he's kind of missing those foundational things that you see in a child before they start to communicate. So things like when they're babies and you go to their cot and they realize, when they've just woken up and they realize it's you and they smile. Because they're like, oh, Dad's come to pick me up, and they give you a big smile. Does he do that?
No, not
Not
a
really.
lot.
Does
Not a
he
lot.
recognize familiar people and places?
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you go to pick
people.
him up from school,
Yeah.
will he go?
Yeah. Yeah, he knows the car.
He knows the car.
So when I come this way,
Mm.
then because there's a building here, so
Yeah.
I have to go around, and then I see him already waiting for me.
Because he's seen the car.
I think he's seen the car, or he has been told. I don't know,
No,
but
it's hard to know.
most of the times sometimes I try to just infiltrate without coming the same way. Sometimes he identifies you. It's like, oh, that is here. Sometimes he runs towards me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But sometimes
But
he
not
keeps
all the
on.
time.
He keeps on playing. If he's really into what he's doing,
Sure.
he won't come.
So typically, what I'd expect of a child his age is
Yeah.
to go, "Daddy," or go, "No, Daddy, I'm not finished," or something like that,
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
doesn't want to leave yet.
Yeah.
Not in your mouth. No. Good boy. Not in your mouth. No. That's good eye contact, buddy. He's like, "Do you mean?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean it." No.
He's testing you.
Yeah, he is. I mean it, mister. Don't put your... Oh, and then that's quite normal. So I've told him off, and he's run to you.
Yeah.
Oh, that scary lady just told me off.
Okay.
So that's quite normal kid behaviour. But because he's come to you to seek comfort, or come to you to see, am I really in trouble, or is it just that scary lady over there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But so the other thing is, does he put a lot of things in his mouth?
Nah,
No, so it's not normal that he licks toys
no, yeah, and not a lot. There's things that he likes, like the towel, a wet towel.
Mm-hmm.
He likes the wet towel immediately into the
suck,
mouth.
Yeah.
Start sucking, and yeah, I would say that. And some, at the time he was eating his clothes, but
That's stopped now.
it's rare. That's
rare
what I
now.
would say. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's very rare.
All right. Tida's watching. Tida, can you come back? I want to
Go.
have a look at.
Go play with the
Can you
lady.
build a tower?
Go play with the lady.
Fall down. Can you build the tower? No. Can you build the tower? One. Can you build it? Yeah, it's letters. Good boy. Okay, we want to put them in. Cup in. In. Yellow. See how he's not looking at me? He's just... What colour? More? In. So I'm doing this on purpose. What I'm trying to do is create an opportunity for him to say something, but he doesn't quite understand that he needs to. So typically what I would expect, I'll give him to him, is that a little one would stop, look at me and go, with a sort of,
why are you not
why
giving?
Are you stopping me? And then I might say more, and then they might smile, and then I'd give it to them. Or they might say more themselves or imitate me. Letters. Jen's turn. So he won't let me have a turn now.
How do you teach those positions? Are they called prepositions? In, under.
Yeah, prepositions. Yeah.
How do you teach?
So I guess it would be at home. If you say to him, "Go and get your shoes," does he do that?
Yeah, but sometimes he doesn't do it there.
Not consistently.
Yeah, he doesn't do it there, and then he's just take your shoes, take your boots. We have to go. When he knows we have to go, sometimes he rushes and he just puts his shoes on.
And is it more that there's contextual cues around that? So he's seen you pick up his keys, or he's seen you pick up a bag. And
well, if I tell him, let's go, he knows it's time for us to go to pick up with mom. So he can, I think it's because, there is a bit of context here, because every time before, after picking her from school, we then have to go and pick up mommy.
Yeah, sure. No.
Yeah.
Jen's turn. My turn. My turn.
Oh, so you're saying we should just try?
So I've upset him now.
Yeah.
Tower. Is it Tida's turn? Tida's turn. Tida's turn. Tower. This one first. Tower. We built a tower. Do we need to finish tower? Can you knock it over? Can you knock over the tower? Ready, set. Push. Can you push? Can you push the tower?